And I just got this Xamarin Forms business license, so I can run Xamarin Forms inside of Visual Studio. I downloaded Microsoft Visual Studio Community Edition Update 4. I'm planning to upgrade to the professional version pretty soon, but I thought I'd start out with this to see how it goes. And what we have here, I started with a new project, and I chose the Xamarin Forms option, and it actually generated, or actually a solution. It generated 3 projects here. We have an Android project, an iPhone project, and also a Windows Phone project. And so currently I'm running the code for the Android version of it. And when I click the button, it updates. Now this same logic, the look and feel is going to be a little bit different, but the same logic is going to be on all 3 platforms. So I think this is pretty cool that you can write your code. This one app here, and so you can see it's using Xamarin Forms. This is in C#, which is a good modern language. It reminds me of Java, but it has a lot of features like calculated properties and link that Java doesn't have. And it was developed by this team that included this really brilliant person that used to work at Borland, who helped or created Delphi. So it's a really good language. And so you see here, you have your class that descends from application. This is pretty familiar syntax to people that are familiar with Java and C++. So you come out here. Now this is one way to make the forms. The other way is by having XAML. This is coding the form creation inside the app itself. So here we have a stack layout that's a container. It's going to organize the way the controls are on the screen. And you have your vertical options set. You can control your text. And then, so I set up a button here, and I have a breakpoint. And so this breakpoint is where I add the, I'm actually going to remove this breakpoint. So in order to continue recording, in order to change the primary app, you go into your solution and you choose the target. So let's try doing this on Windows Phone. Okay, so you apply it, and then you can debug it. Can try to deploy it. So it starts bringing up the Windows Phone emulator. See, previously we had this little app running on the Android, and I've also been able to do this on my my iPhone and my iPhone emulator on my Mac. So it definitely does promote, or it does support rather, 3 platforms. Okay, so there it goes. It's running. So there's the Xamarin. So here we see the same controls that we saw on the Android interface. It's a little bit, it looks a little bit different, but you have a button. So what Xamarin Forms has done is abstracted the individual platforms. Like on iPhone, you have UI button, and then Android has a button control, and Windows Phone has its own version of button. But with Xamarin Forms, when you write your code, you can target all three platforms, and it translates it into the native controls, which I think is pretty cool. So let's see. I guess I'll stop recording here.